Hello, everybody. It's Adelaja here. I'm going to talk today on a topic that is going to be very controversial for a lot of people, and a lot of Nigerians might not like it, because I remember when Fashola was in the affairs of things in Lagos. He tried to clean Lagos up, right? I heard that he sent people back to their states, and maybe he meant well, but it was not received well by governors of other states and by even other regions in the country, because people started saying this is discrimination. How can you talk about one Nigeria when you are sending back our citizens? You know, and most people who made this noise and much ado about nothing were Eastern governors and Eastern politicians. And then they will forget that, you know, you are saying it's because Lagos is Yoruba based, and that's why they are discriminating against the Igbos. It's this non-Nigeria and all that. But they are forgetting that this happened between Enugu and Anambra as well, when the Enugu government sent back Anambra people. And this also happened between Abia and Enugu and Anambra also, when Abia sent back its fellow Igbos to their states. You say, because of the civil servants' position and things like that. But everything in Nigeria is politicized, and that is one of the tragedies that we have. So everybody is trying to step carefully. Political correctness is killing our country. Do you all know that Lagos has been declared one of the worst cities in the world? And of course, you know the response of Nigerian politicians when you confront them with the truth in their face. This new governor that we just have, Sanwo-Olu or whatever his name, came out and said that no, we don't agree. We don't agree. We are not the worst. It's like your nose is smelling. It's like you have a smelling, you just went to the restroom, right? Put some dirt by mistake on your face, and you don't know it, that you are smelling. Everybody is telling you, hey, guy, something is smelling here, because you are the one that is smelling, you don't smell it. And everybody else knows. They are trying to help you and say, hey, go wash yourself. And you are saying, no, we are okay. Face reality, guys. Wake up and smell the coffee. And the other guy who was there before this new governor, Ambode, did the same thing. In 2007, when they said Lagos was the second worst city in the world, Ambode also said, no, we don't agree. No, almost all the governors of Lagos State have been disputing that. But you want to compare Lagos to the other cities in the city? I mean, in the list? If you see the list of those cities, I've been to most of those cities that they compare Lagos with, and I will tell you that I'm a Nigerian, patriotic Yoruba man, and I will tell you that Lagos is the worst city I've ever been to in my life. And the only people who are happy with Lagos are either people who are running the affair, who are making it the way it is right now, or people who have never been outside of Nigeria. Because when you are in your father's farm, you think it's the biggest and it's the best, and no farm like your father's farm, until you go to your neighbor's farm, all right? Then you see that, your father's farm is a village farm, okay? Lagos. So what I want to talk about today is, I don't just want to complain, okay? I want to give some solution. I want to give some suggestions. And the very first thing that must be done is what I want to talk about today. And the topic of my speech is why Lagos must introduce registration of citizens. Compulsory registration. I didn't put the word compulsory, but you should understand what I'm saying. It must be a compulsory registration of citizens. Because Lagos, even though it's our commercial center, is the nerve of Nigerian economy. We are all proud of Lagos. Everybody loves Lagos from Nigeria. But when it comes to living, I mean, I don't know. If you have been to a worse city, let me know. Maybe Kinshasa in Africa, but we are talking, don't compare yourself with the worst of the worst in the world. Compare yourself with the best. Then you will discover that, we are back in the Stone Age in Lagos, let me tell you the truth. Because this poll that was conducted, it was conducted between 140 cities worldwide. And of course, Lagos came last. The third from the last, third worst city. And the reason we didn't come last was because they put Syria there, Syria and Bangladesh, places where there are war. And of course, because there is war going on in those places, of course, it's bombarded and it's destroyed. But we don't have war going on in Lagos, and we cannot make order. But frankly speaking, I will not be totally truthful if I don't commend the effort of the past 3 Lagos governors. Tinubu, Fashola, the past 4 actually, Ambode, and the past 3. Then we don't know how this one will perform yet, but I think it looks like a smart, sharp guy. I think he's going to do well as well. But Lagos has really been doing well compared to other parts of Nigeria. Lagos has been, they have been putting a lot of effort into making Lagos look really modern and cosmopolitan. But let me tell you what, no matter what you do, no matter the amount of income you gather, no matter the amount of internally generated revenue you gather in Lagos, no matter the amount of allocation, federal allocation you get, nothing will work. This will not be curse. I'm not cursing you. This is not a curse. It's not a curse. It's just reality. If you want to face reality, there is nothing you will do in Lagos that will work. Everything will be coming to nothing. Everything will be coming to failure. Let me tell you that now. Okay, so I heard, was it Fashola or Ambode talking about the plan that you all have, that Lagos should be built for 40 million people. It's an illusion. 40 million people, why? There's even no sense in it, no need for it. Look at the geography, look at the parameter, look at the square meter of Lagos, the square kilometer of Lagos. I mean, it's comfortable. If you want to live, build it for people, not for prestige and reputation, all right, sake, making yourself to be who you are not. But if you really want to build it for the good of the people, comfortably, Lagos can only accommodate 5 million people. So if a place that is just like a room, if a room is meant for 10 people and you are putting 100 people there, they will suffocate. It will not be comfortable. So if you want to build Lagos for people to really enjoy the place, not just for bravado, but if you want to build it for people, face the fact, guys. Something must be done, and urgently too. And what is that must be done? You must put some restrictions and limitations to the amount of people coming to dwell in the land. Now, let's go back to that list of 140 cities that were examined and the poll. This is not just a poll that is done by, we don't like Africa. We are discriminating, or we came and something. No. It's not a sentiment kind of thing. It's based on certain principles, concrete principles. So there were criteria that were used to assess each city. And by those criteria, Lagos just failed woefully. One of them is accessibility. Do you have easy accessibility within Lagos itself? Transport accessibility, transportation movement. Of course, it's the worst in the world when it comes to traffic congestion. Traffic congestion, because if there's no talking about comfort, there is no talking about standard of living when it takes people 6 hours to go through a journey of 30 minutes. When people have to spend their whole day, working day, productive hours on transport doing nothing. Of course, there are cities that have maybe almost as big congestion, but they have been able to resolve it in very creative manners. But Lagos has not been able to. So that complicates the lives of people. And the transportation services are horrible. We don't have the metro in Lagos. We don't have underground. And we don't have helicopter transportation like in Sao Paulo. So, Shabi, tell the truth to yourself, Sanwo-Olu. Don't be saying we are patriotic. Just like what President Buhari did when they told him about the list of 80 Nigerians, or almost 70-something Nigerians that were wanted on FBI list. He said, no, these are just exemptions. These are not Nigerians. We are okay. We are okay. The same thing you are doing, dear governor, that we are okay, we are not the worst. Who are you deceiving? You're not deceiving people who are experiencing that on daily basis, who are going through the hell of Lagos on a daily basis, even if you are going to deny it from now till eternity. Apart from accessibility of transport, what are the other criteria that made Lagos to fail woefully? Healthcare. Do you think that all your citizens are provided with good healthcare? And everybody can afford good healthcare? Of course not. When you don't even know how many people live there, for sure. When you don't even know their names and addresses. When you don't even know half the facilities. I have my team visiting Lagos last month. These are strong men, grown-up men, European men. And they said, for the first time in their life, they were forced to cry and weep. Because they went to visit one of my staff's mother hospital where she works. It's supposed to be the good hospital that was just opened recently. The building was painted. That's about it. But what was going on in the hospital there, it will just break the hardest of hearts. Because there is no facility, no health provision. Just a jamboree healthcare. And you are still defending that and say we are not the worst. Who are you better than? Environment. Okay, of course, thank God, Fashola has planted some trees, but environment doesn't stop at that. You know, can you see the pollution in Lagos? It's one of the most polluted cities in the world. And you want to tell me that it's not the worst city to live in? Education is another criterion that they use. Can you see some classes, some building blocks, some school blocks where there are no buildings as such? Some people are sitting down on the floor. Some people have water coming to their classes. No classrooms. And you say it's not the worst? Infrastructure, amenities like water supply. How many houses in Lagos have water supply? Drinking water supply. 80% or 25% of Nigerians don't even have it. Lagos is even worse. In Nigeria, only 15% of people have toilet, water system in their rooms, in their homes. And you're saying we are better than anybody else? Let's humble ourselves, guys. Let's humble ourselves and face reality. The ease of living in Lagos is not comparable to anything that is human out there. The ease of walking in Lagos is nothing to write home about. The ease of studying in Lagos, compare it to any country in Europe. I mean, it's just like you are living in hell. So, but let's talk about solution, okay? To bring sanity to Lagos, let me even start by talking to Mr. Tinubu. Mr. Tinubu, you are a far-thinking person. And people say you have the willpower to make a difference. Please, can't you convince these your governors and even the president and your party that Lagos must do what is right, no matter the cost? Because I'm sure it's going to be difficult for you to take the decision that I'm recommending right now. That we need to introduce compulsory registration of citizens in Lagos. And anybody that wants to live in Lagos, or they want to work in Lagos, or study in Lagos, if they want to work, let them show us the work permit. And let the job or the employer tell us the accommodation that they have provided for that person. Or anybody that just wants to live there, let him tell us the address, his residence address, and the income that he has to sustain him. If he's studying there, let's see the registration and let's see the registration of the accommodation that the school has provided for him. You see, this is a normal practice in every civilized country. But it's just like saying you are, Mr. Tinubu, let's take your family, for example, or Mr. Sanwo-Olu, right? That you are the head of your family, okay? And you go into the market to buy food for them. And you don't even know how many members of your family that you have. You don't know if you have 10 members of the family, if you have 9 children, 8 children, and then you and your wife, or you have 2 children and you and your wife. So if you go to the market, that's a huge difference to know, am I buying things for 10 people or for 4 people or 3 people? And then you don't even know if they are men or women. Because if you don't have, statistics, how many women do you have? How many girls do you have? How many boys do you have? How many men do you have? How many children do you have? How many toddlers do you have? You don't have statistics of everybody living in your city. It's like a family. A city or a nation is a microscopic copy of the family. It's a picture of the family. So if you don't even know how many children you have, what are their sex, and how old are they? Where do they go? What do they need? How can you provide for your family? Same thing for a city or for a nation. The fact that Nigeria has failed woefully, that we don't have biometric data of our citizens, and it's a shame enough. But Nigeria, we could still say, okay, it's a bigger challenge because we are 200 million. But why can't you start that from the little state of Lagos, from one place? You are the progressive state, you call yourself. Start registration, introduce biometric registration of every citizen. And if people cannot back up their argument to live in the city, set your city free from illegal migrants or illegal dwellers. Let everybody prove to you that they deserve to live in that city. Otherwise, no matter the amount of money you will spend, no matter the amount of reform you will bring, the ideas you bring, it will always be not enough. It will always be lacking, because people will keep on coming. And when the people just keep on coming, like, you cannot stop them because you don't have a mechanism to do that. This is the normal practice in every civilized nation. In any country where either you want to live there, or you want to study there, or you want to work there, you have to register yourself in the city you are living in by force. Because the governments in civilized nations want to ascertain the identity of all residents and their housing, where you are living. If you come to this country where I live in Ukraine, you get a visa, but before that visa runs out, you must go and register yourself in the official institution. The same thing in Germany, the same thing in any country in Europe. You go to the local registration office and make your presence known. If you move into, even if you are a citizen of the country, you are a citizen, no, you are moving from one town to the other, you still must go and register in that new town you move to. Even in the same town you are in, if you are moving from one accommodation to another, you still need to go and re-register yourself with the new address. This is why there is sanity in Europe. This is why there is sanity in America, in developed countries. This is why they are developed. If you talk about Germany, all Germans, their own country, they have to have registration. And the EU citizens that have registration already in their own countries, when they move to Germany, they also have to register. Talk less of non-EU citizens, which is compulsory for everybody. So regardless of what you do in any civilized country, either you are living there or you are studying there or you are born there or you are just doing internship, this is the same duty. You have to register your presence for everybody to be able to know that, yes, you have the right to live here. And if you don't register, and this is why we are complaining that there's no money in Nigeria, right? There's no money to run the government. Money will come when you have laws, when you have order. And anybody that breaks that law or breaks the order, they will be fined for it. Just like in Singapore. Singapore doesn't have oil, they don't have gold, they don't have all the mineral resources, but because they are fining their citizens for any little thing, they have enough money. And that discipline now began to attract a lot of investment from people who trust the system. But our system cannot be trusted because there is no law. And when there is no law, everybody just, break the rules and they are not punished for it, and then they keep on breaking it, and chaos is the result. So, but in Europe here, let's take Germany for example. If you are born in a city, let's say Dresden. You are born in Dresden, and you live there in your house or your father's house all your life, then you built your own, and you move from your father's house to your own house, and you didn't register. You know how much the fine is? By the time the city authority find out, they will fine you at least to start with 1,000 euros. That's a fine that you didn't register, that you moved from your house. Even though that your house has been registered though. But you yourself, you didn't register that you had changed address. This is everywhere. The same thing if you're a student, the same thing if you're a migrant, the same thing. We need that kind of sanity. We need that kind of order in Nigeria as a whole. To fix Nigeria must start with order. We must start with order. We must bring order, law and order to every sphere of life. That means people must have registration, identity cards, or people must have passports or whatever, registration, identity card. One kind of biometric registration or the other must be introduced. Let's start from Lagos. Even if you are people, you are moving to the country, to the city right now, apart from you registering yourself that you have legal visa, right? Like I have visa, I have, I can be in this country. And then but I must still, if I want to live in that city, I must bring the contract or with the tenant, or the tenancy contract that I am the tenant. I must say, okay, they are allowing me to live in this place. There must be confirmation with your landlord, and your landlord must sign that yes, you are living there between this date and this date. But if you want to just come and visit, let's say you just come and visit, there must be something like permission or visa that shows that you are coming from Ogun State, for example, to visit. It must show how many days are you visiting. Let's say 30 days, 10 days. After that, you must go and do another registration and prove to us where you are living. If Lagos does not do this, I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do. You will still continue to be the worst city in the world. And civilization will never come to Lagos. All your efforts to bring civilization will fail. Not be prophecy, not because it is logic. Let's build Lagos at least for 5 million people. Let those 5 million be comfortable first. Once they are living comfortably, then you can increase it. You can say, okay, now we have built infrastructure for another 5 million. Then you can say, okay, we can now accommodate 10 million. But just making things run by themselves chaotically, the way they're happening now, now you are having 20. You're going to have 40 later on. Then after 40, you have 100. You just implode from within. The Lagos will soon implode, guys, if care is not taken. And you don't want that to happen. You are going to destroy millions of people out of pollution, out of gas, out of discomfort, heart attack. People are committing suicide. They are jumping from the bridge. Because there is no standard of living. Forget about this, your talk about what would other people say, what would other governors say, what would national character, what would the Ogun State governor say, what would the Anambra State governor. Provide for your family. Make provision for your state. Create the comfortable, most suitable condition of living for your people first. If you are going to be considering what is happening in other states, other places, you say, do the right thing, and others will follow you. Because you could talk about national character, or whatever they call it, that what will people say if you are being the capital of Nigeria? But Lagos is no more the capital of Nigeria. So the burden is no more on you to perform, to accommodate everybody. You can still accommodate everybody, but even if they belong to Lagos, let them move out if they don't have a place to live. So all those places you have people sleeping in the street you can get rid of them. You just need willpower, guys. So, Mr. Tinubu, Mr. Sanwo-Olu, where is your goodness? Get it fast and act fast. If we save Lagos, we will save Nigeria. For the love of God, church and nation. Peace. Thank you so much for watching our videos. Now, we need to spread this word, and we need to do it together. For that to happen, we need your help. Just 5 little steps that you could help us to spread the word. Number one thing we need you to do is to like the videos. Please go like this video right now. Number 2, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Number 3, we need you to press and click on that notification bell. You see the bell? Go press on it. And number 4, we need you to go comment. Write your comment, good or bad, just write what you feel. Number 5, share on every platform. Share on Instagram, share on Facebook. Just share and spread the word. Thank you so much.